I was born in Russia. So when we moved to Crown Heights, it was in the 50s. When people started to see beards, they didn't like it too much. Many of the secular Jews and non-Jews started slowly moving out. They did not want to live with religious Jews because the idea of religious Jews, that there goes the neighborhood.
You ready for it? It was essentially.
So first of all, happy birthday, and it's a special number, right?
40.
The age of 40, we attain wisdom. You know, the only reason I don't tell my age really is because people put you in a box. When I went to the airport, they told me, you don't have to take your shoes off. They figure an old lady, by the time she takes off her shoes and puts them on again, the plane will take off. So we say, okay, I'm this and this age, whatever it is, what can I do now? The beginning of the rest of my life. I have been teaching adult education for many, many years, and this is mostly to women. There was so much misinformation that Jewish women had about what Judaism is really like. I would have women coming in and say, what do you mean? Men in the synagogue, they're called up to the Torah, and women are not. And one of the most interesting things that our Rebbe did, he started to speak to the women. He said, do you know what power a woman has? What did Hashem want from us? Really, he put all his trust in women. Who builds the home and who brings up these children that are going to be walking out into the street and building a world out there? What do they look like? It's funny, when my husband passed away, I was already not very young. He was 70 and I was a year younger. So my granddaughter, Fregala, said, Bobby, so sad because you're not going to have any children anymore. So I'm thinking, okay. My mother and father, when they were engaged in Russia, this is their family. Everybody's in here. This is with her father. Is that something or what? With the dimple and all. My husband's father passed away. And a year after that, the mother passed away. There were 3 boys. My husband was 19, his brother was 17, and this baby was 5. So now they're looking what to do with the child. The call came out, like, who's willing in Crown Heights to take in a 5-year-old? And so my father said to my mother, look, if we can afford to have 9 children, we can afford to have a 10th one. Now, we have a 5-year-old in our house, and this 20-year-old gorgeous guy comes to visit his brother. What do you think happens? That's the story of how I met my husband. And he was, you could see, I don't know if you like beards, I love beards, but you could see he was a handsome brute. We used to stay up nights talking. My mother said, what are you going to do when you get married? You can talk yourself out of it. We just couldn't stop talking. I was 19 and he was 20, and I was just head over heels in love. We opened up this newspaper, my husband and I, called Allgemeiner Journal. In Yiddish, Allgemeiner means general. Because the Rebbe said, this has to be a paper for everybody. A newspaper that was totally independent. It was one of the most revolutionary newspapers. I was the business manager, and he was the publisher and editor. So, and at that time I was young and I was very ambitious, and I would call people about ads, and I was so excited about it that somehow, you know, I was pretty successful. Now I can't sell ice cream in the summer, you know. Corruption, injustice, he couldn't stand for any of this. Somebody did something that was not right. I mean, it was on the front page. He used to lose business because of it. So he was never worried about the money. Because sometimes we didn't have any money. There's nothing to worry about. So when the Rebbe passed away, we did a whole big display on the stories about the Rebbe's life. You can see the Rebbe's life and vision. And this was when the previous Rebbe passed away. Also, you can see how old this newspaper is.